Okay, we're at the Outfitters camp, 400 meters from the Clearwater. A little bit of apprehension because crossing the Clearwater is one of the biggest challenges of this hike, and I'd hate to retrace our footsteps.
And we've noticed that the water levels tended to be a bit higher than usual.
The warden even said for some reason this year the water levels are higher than usual.
He thinks it's because it was a huge thunderstorm event a week ago and it's working its way through.
Anyway, hopefully it's not that bad. We're crossing our fingers. And would have been a lot better yesterday if we didn't get lost off the trail for 3 or 4 kilometers.
Yeah, because it added like 2 or 3 kilometers onto the distance. Because when you're bushwhacking through willows, you have to go. You sometimes come to a spot where it's just impenetrable, and so you have to turn around and find a new spot to go.
That was a nightmare situation.
Yeah, it was zigzagging, backtracking,
fighting your way through thick willow for 3 or 4 kilometers. It was exhausting, and it was like it was a nightmare. Anyway, we would have reached camp 2 or 3 hours earlier were it not for that. Doing that, anyway, it taught us a valuable lesson. I think we said this yesterday. When you lose the trail, go back to where you last saw it and find the trail.
No matter how long it takes, put your pack down, look around until you find the trail.
Because you shouldn't do what we did. Oh, we're going in the right direction.
Yeah,
we got the GPS. We're going the right way. Because then we ran into a very bad situation.
Yes.
Anyway, we'll never do that again. Ever do that again. Okay, enough said. Head to the Clearwater now. Okay, beginning the crossing of the Clearwater, I crossed one braid of it first. Now my brother's going to cross the braid. There's more river behind me. This is just a part of it. Okay, not that bad. But like I said, there's more river to go. Still got to cross this. And hopefully, if we cross this, then it's clear sailing all the way. Clear sailing. This is like one of the major obstacles of the backpack. If we make this crossing, it's clear sailing all the way to the Iceville Parkway, which is 70-something kilometers away. Hopefully it doesn't get too deep near the other bank. So far it looks good. So far good. Luckily it didn't have any precipitation in the last week. And we even noticed that with the Red Deer River, it was all really high and silty. And then as the days went by, it got clearer and clearer and the water levels dropped. It's near the other bank where it might get deep. So I'm going to zoom in now. The part that's coming might get deep. Do you mean you already crossed? That wasn't too bad at all. Okay, we were stressing out over this Clearwater crossing and it ended up not being easy. I was like, no problem. It could be a different story if there was a lot of precipitation, or if the weather cooled down the last couple of days. Probably really helped as well.
Yeah, the glacial runoff was a lot lower, and there hasn't been rain for a week since that major thunderstorm.
So we lucked out because it just a little bit of a different conditions, like a lot of precipitation or a heat wave or anything, and that water would have been a lot higher.
Plus we picked the right spot. There's certain spots where the river gets deep and narrow and it's impossible to cross.
You want to pick a wide section. Of the wider the better, because then it just shallows out.
We had to walk hundreds of meters a bit down the stream from where the official crossing.
The official crossing was deep, and we went a few hundred meters downstream to find a wide section of the river where it was all wide and braided.
You have to like find the route through it.
And then the wider the better, because then it's more shallow. Okay, onwards we go, I guess. I have no sun hat now. The sun's beating on my face. I'll have to put sunscreen on. We just intersected the Clearwater Trail. Clearwater Trail ahead, intersection with the Divide Peters Creek Trail.
And we're actually outside of Banff right now.
Yeah, when we hit the park boundary, I'll take the camera out.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're eastern edge of Banff.
Indian Head Camp, that's supposed to be an Indian Head, I guess. And here we are, Indian Head Outfitters Camp. Kind of cool.
Yeah, they made like benches out of logs.
Okay, I'm walking with my eye through the viewfinders. Hope I don't wipe out. Pretty cool camp.
I'll tell you if anything's in your way. Nothing's in your way.
Okay.
Else, can you swing over? Look at benches. They made benches out of logs.
Yeah, the cowboys are good with their hands.
Yeah, cowboys are good with their hands. And then they got firewood piled up, a little table made.
Little corral.
Corral for the horses.
Cool.
And they got this old corralled off. So, oh yeah, a little tiny corral made right here. Where you put the horses.
Indian Head Outfitters Camp. Cool. We're still outside of Banff, so the outfitters come here. Which I don't actually like, that hunters go right to the edge of the national park looking for game. They do that at the Beaverfoot, they do that here. Literally a kilometer from the boundary of a national park, they seek game.
Horseshoe. Spear horseshoe, I guess. We got axes here. Another big axe. Shovel.
Bunch of tools here. Cool. Okay, I thought that was a carving, but it isn't. Okay, onwards we go.
Yeah, onwards we go. Here is the National Park boundary. We're re-entering Banff National Park. When we crossed the Clearwater this morning, we briefly left Banff National Park and we walked along the Clearwater for a brief stretch. Now we're re-entering Banff National Park. And I'll read what this sign says here, Clearwater River. The trail follows the Clearwater River into one of the most remote areas of Banff National Park. This isolated preserve is one of the last great unspoiled regions in the Rockies. Clearwater Pass, at the valley's headquarters, is a vast alpine expanse that extends west of the summit to equally high and wild Pipestone Pass environs. The Clearwater River Trail is a rough wilderness track that is used primarily by park wardens and occasional horse parties and some crazy old backpackers.
Some crazy old guys who don't know any better.
The first 25 kilometers ascend a valley gradually along the north side of the river, staying mainly in the forest. The last 5 kilometers to Devon Lakes climb steeply. The trail continues over Clearwater Pass to intersect with the Pipestone Pass Trail at the head of the Sifler Valley. None of the side streams on the trail are bridged. Backpackers should be prepared for calf-deep crossings of the Indian Head and Mallock Creeks and a thigh-deep ford of Martin Creek at the Martin Lake outlet. So, seldom used except occasionally by horse parties.
Wardens?
And wardens and occasional
crazy
foolish backpackers.
Yeah, especially crazy if you're a 64-year-old backpacker.
Yes.
Okay.
This is one of the last remote areas of the park.
Okay. Indian Head Lodge, Banff National Park. It's not actually a lodge, it's a patrol cabin.
They call it a lodge because it's one of the biggest, most luxurious warden patrol cabins.
Yeah, they nickname it the lodge because it's one of the biggest patrol cabins in Banff National Park. It looks like a house, actually. We will get to it, I'll show you. Anyway, look at this place, it's like a house.
It has a basement.
Basement, upper story. Cool. Solar panels on the roof. No, that's a tack shed, I guess. Tack shed. Okay, I'm gonna walk around the thing a bit more. I'm gonna turn the camera off and walk around. Look at that. Look how big that place is. Okay, that is, we're at the intersection with White Rabbit Creek Trail, and we have video at the other end. Off the David Thompson, you access the White Rabbit Creek Trail, and we went down the White Rabbit Creek Trail at the other end for a little ways, and here's the other end, hitting the Clearwater. Yeah, it connects onto the Clearwater River Trail.
And we're heading towards Devon Lakes. That's one of the spots we'll be camping at, but not tonight.
Yeah.
It's 21.7 kilometers up ahead.
Yeah, and so we're at this intersection now, making progress. Brother putting his water shoes on. I don't have water shoes anymore because of willow bashing. I lost my water shoes. This is Mallock Creek. I'm constantly walking in wet feet. Anyway. thunderstorms look like they might be blowing in. It's getting pretty windy.
Wait, I just want to mention one thing. Since we left Red Deer campsites near Skokie Lodge, we've only encountered 2 wardens. Nobody else.
No other people.
No other people.
John. Clearwater River. Down there. It's Clearwater River. Cool. This place is gorgeous.
This place is incredible.
Let's go wide angle to get the whole thing in, even though it's actually
Well, we decided to camp at Trident Lake. It's the first lake I think we encountered coming up the Clearwater. There's Trident, Trident, Martin, and then the Clearwater lakes. And we're camped here, and it's like 16 kilometers from where we were this morning. This looks like prime moose habitat. You hear that loon?
yeah,
Cool.
loon.
I can see fish rising in the lake, and that's why there's loons here. Look at the scenery, it's incredible. We haven't seen a soul in days.
Yeah, just gorgeous, gorgeous scenery. Beautiful. And this is how we're seeing it with our eye though, because wide angle. Lost focus there for a sec.
You can shoot behind you, right?
Okay. Yeah. Do whole 360.
This is where we're going to camp tonight. Our tent is just like 200 meters from the lake. Not a single...
I'm occasionally losing focus for some reason.
Hey, see that? A fish rose right there.
Okay.
Not a single soul to be seen. Just us.
Yeah, this Panasonic with its focusing problem. It's irritating. Can we get the idea how beautiful it is here? Okay, we're having a meal, and we just have one of those between the two of us, because we fortify it with olive oil, 3 or 4 tablespoons each
if you add
per meal.
4 tablespoons, that's like an extra 450
Yeah,
calories.
that's like 4 tablespoons, like 450 calories. And then we also add a scoop of whey protein, adding about 20 grams of high quality complete protein, all 8 essential amino.
8 essential.
Or 8 essential amino acids. And it's high quality whey protein. And then we also brought a bunch of nuts along, walnuts and almonds and stuff. And so we're making the meals go further by the oil and the whey protein.
And to the water we add black currant, organic black currant powder, or organic elderberry.
Okay, there's some mosquitoes here, so we got some mosquito netting on, because it just rained out, and after it just rains, that's when the mosquitoes come out in force. As soon as the sun comes out and dries things out a bit, the mosquitoes will be 90% gone. Anyway, I thought I'd mention what we do with we got the tarp on the tent too. This our homemade tarp.
Through a heavy thunderstorm.
Yeah, just a thunderstorm rolled through just a little while ago, and it works great. It works super fantastic. It's like nothing gets through that thing. I'm super glad we made it. Before we made it, it was like dripping from the roof. Now it's perfect. Anyway, enough said for now.
And to the food, we also add whey protein, a scoop of whey protein, giving about 20 grams of protein. It's complete protein with all the 8 essential amino acids, and which is really, so we're adding protein, oil to the alpine, which we split in half. And so we're getting a way higher quality meal than just having the alpine. And we don't think meal-wise, we think energy-wise. The oil, I've still got a 1/5 of a bottle left. My brother has a complete bottle left. You add 4 tablespoons of oil, that's 450 calories. You add whey protein, half of that. Have some walnuts, which is also very high in calories. And at the end of this backpack, I think we're only going to go through 60% of our food. I barely touched my packages, and Ron's has still got tons of food left in his packages. We might only use half the food, so we would have been good for a month.
Okay.